Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. The Leafs win 4-3 in a crazy, wild game against the Carolina Hurricanes with 2 goals from Matthews and 2 goals from Marner. And Matthews, Felly, do you want to explain why?
Yeah, guys, we're all wearing our hats like Auston Matthews because in his what would the word be?
His gigantic forehead?
No, like
Oh.
in his power, so he can get well soon, sort of thing. Auston Matthews went out with a head injury, so
Yeah. I actually just got a notification. No update on Matthews. He took a knee to the head in the late game, and he had to go out for concussion protocol with 1:30 left.
Sideways. This guy looked like this.
Okay, I'll put it back to normal now. So
Sorry.
Anyways, Matthews, we're not sure if he's okay. He looked to be okay. But he did go into concussion protocol, like I said. The Leafs got the win for him. He did have 2 goals. I don't know if I mentioned that. Marner also had 2 goals. It was the Matthews and Marner show. But yeah, an unbelievable game. I say that all the time, but this was truly one to watch, especially as an NHL fan. This was a very entertaining game.
Jared, shut the hell up, man.
You guys saw
that. I actually hate when he says that, though.
It was actually surprisingly a goalie show. If you look at the stats, you wouldn't see that, but Frederick Andersen and Peter Mrazek played very well tonight. Nothing to take away from them.
You know, all I was doing that watching that whole game was like, wow, why couldn't Andersen do that when he was on the Leafs? Wow, that was a good save. He never did that when he was on the Leafs.
He gave that atrocious rebound to Marner for the 3rd goal. So
good, yeah.
I mean, it's super cool also to see that they're playing their former teams against each other, right? Like that's cool. I bet you that's probably a pretty rare statistic, just seeing that, but that's sick.
I want to pull up a timestamp. I don't know where it is or when it is, but at least a year ago, if not more, in a podcast, while Andersen was on the Leafs, I said, if Andersen goes somewhere else, he's going to be really good. It's just that he can't keep up with the Leafs media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
And look what happened. I want to pull that up because I definitely 100% said that, and I made it clear that, like, he's only playing bad because of the media in Toronto. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't take the pressure. It's such a big market. But he goes to a smaller market like Carolina. Look how good he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the Canes have Tony DeAngelo, so
he's racist. What do you mean?
And he punches his goalies in the face.
Just a great defenseman. So
yeah, Andersen likes it. Tony punches him in the face every game.
It's fired up.
I feel like Ovi would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ovi fucking does that to Samsonov.
Yeah. Remember when he said he was gonna fucking kill him before when he let in that goal against Boston?
Yeah.
Yes. As he left the ice, you see him whisper something, and Samsonov said in a post-game interview, he said, Ovi said he's fucking kill me. and that was it, yo. That's funny. I would be so scared. I wouldn't play hockey. Like, I'd retire right there if I was Samsonov. Like, he could remember he turned it over to Boston behind the net in OT in the playoffs. You guys remember that? And Washington, he literally gave Washington a game with that, and Ovi said he was gonna murder him. So I mean, they're buddies, right? I hope.
Well, let's hope for Samsonov's sake that Ovi doesn't know Putin.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting into the game, even though we got pretty off topic. The first period, kind of slow. Carolina, I'd say, outplayed the Leafs. And Nito Niederreiter gets on the board first, assisted by Ian Cole and Martin Necas. I personally didn't see the goal, but Felly, you said just Jesper Fast came off the blue line.
I don't know if it was Jesper Fast. It was someone like.
Okay.
It was either him or like Sky or something. Skay, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Someone like that came. I don't know who it was. But wait, who was the assist? Who was the first assist?
Ian Cole.
Okay, then it was Ian Cole.
Former Avalanche player.
Ian Cole just like sent it across and like he kind of just tipped it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like a shitty goal, whatever.
It was like a high slot, kind of like it was like a middle slot tip, and it kind of just like went in off the post because it wasn't like a full shot, but it was like a backdoor kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The game did seem to pick up though right after the first period. Going into the second period, felt like a playoff game. The intensity definitely increased, and the Leafs prevailed in the second period. Auston Matthews with 2 goals. One he kind of stole from Nylander, but it helps him get further in the
Rocket Richard race.
Rocket Richard. Thank you. I don't know why I blanked. And yeah, we mentioned that in our group chat that, I'd rather have Matthews get the goal.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about what you said there, like with in terms of the Leafs and like in terms of that game being like a playoff game and the Leafs prevailing, that's not something we've seen happen. Like the Leafs don't really prevail in games like that. Those are the type of games that the Leafs lose by 1 goal. You know what I mean? In the past. So it's a really good change to see that they're really playing with intensity. And I swear that third line is so sick. Kasha, Comp, and Mikheyev, they are a huge factor in like tight games like that and what they do. They draw penalties. They're like hard on the puck. They're always in the offensive zone. Like they're always doing things right. So that third line is just crazy. Like I like it. And then also I thought Rasmus Sandin had a great defensive game. Defensively, Sandin was amazing all game. Like he was in the right spot at the right time. He did save the game in overtime too. So yeah, like Sandin also, like there's just guys stepping up like that. So especially like Sandin, just like a guy like him, he's just getting more mature and like figuring out the defensive side of the puck better. And like they're winning games like that, which is really good.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree there. He did save the game, like Jude said, in that overtime. Made a great defensive play, and he was all over the ice today. He was, I don't even know if it was him or I think it was him. It was either him or Liljegren, and they just like kind of just switched to offensive mode and gave like a nice pass to, I believe it was Comp or Mikheyev or something. But also that third line too. They're very important. And even in overtime, Kasha, Mikheyev, and I believe it was Sandin were in their zone the whole time. And that's what led us to that goal. So
Kasha is extremely fast.
So is Mikheyev.
And so is Mikheyev.
Mm-hmm.
So that line, and they're really physical players. That line is really strong. That's just like a super solid. They're really good in defensively, and then they're like unreal on the puck. Like they're in the corner, they're battling for pucks, they're getting shots on net, like they're getting opportunities. So I'm telling you, that line's gonna be a game changer in the playoffs.
Yeah, I always wonder in those games, like obviously being a goalie is a lot different from being a player. Like I feel like when you're a player and you're in those intense games, I love it because everyone's just going, you have the adrenaline. It's high intensity, but for goalies, like, do you feel the pressure and like, oh shit, if I let this one in, like I'm screwed?
Well, are you asking me?
No, I'm asking the other goalie in our podcast.
Okay, yeah, so basically it's kind of like, no, if you're actually asking me, Jude, you can tell me if I'm right. I think it's actually more stressful on a goalie because they're the one in the net. They're 60 minutes. So it's for a player, you got to work hard for 45 seconds. And yeah, it's really stressful, and it's like, and you definitely get some anxiety from it. And I've experienced it a bunch of times in my life. In tight games like that, literally a goalie, it's every single shot on net is like in a tie game, it's on you. It's not on you like fully, but in a tie game, I feel like it's really nerve-wracking to even take one shot.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right to a certain extent because sometimes in like those intense situations, like a goalie can feed off them just as much as a player. Like if the arena starts getting loud, the bench starts getting loud, right? You have your team behind you, you're behind your team kind of thing. You can kind of help each other out in that anxiety, in those anxious kind of moments, right? Overtime's scary. That's always something scary because every single shot counts. Like you can't.
But what's the difference between overtime and like a minute left in the tie game?
I mean, that's also the same. And I don't know how Kerfoot actually. I swear he kind of got it, like his feet swept from under him, but he also tripped over nothing. So in the final seconds of the game today, but
oh yeah,
that must have been terrifying for Freddie. Yeah,
He
he
had too much
did.
momentum, and then he tried to stop.
Yeah, but I mean, he had Freddie beat. He just
He
lost.
couldn't lift it. Yeah, he couldn't get over.
But yeah, like in that moment, Freddie was probably like that.
A
I don't know
breakaway in the
how that
final minute.
happens. A breakaway and with 5 seconds left, but yeah, like I literally I let in one with 10 seconds yesterday, and that was it's scary. Like you're like, like, but you can't. You just I don't know. I think it's fun. Like it makes the game fun. That's what makes the game fun is all the intensity and the like. I don't know.
Did you have a shutout at that point?
No, it's 2-1.
Oh.
So it was 2-1 with 11 seconds left, and they scored. So, but like, it's just it's feeding off everybody. Like like I feel like Campbell will do well, right? Because he loves his teammates and they love him. Like, I feel like he's got nothing to worry about in those pressure like cooker situations because nobody really blames him. I don't know, but it is Leafs media.
Well, he always blames himself, though. That's the issue.
That's true. You would think he would be somebody who's easy on himself, but he's the complete opposite. So, but yeah, I mean, those intense situations, it totally depends. But yeah, they're definitely nerve-wracking.
I would love to be the Leafs sports psychologist and just pick at Campbell's brain. I feel like that would be fun.
Make fun of him?
No. Not make fun of him and be like, Campbell, like, it's not your fault, man. Like, you hear everyone chant. Did you guys at the All-Star game, Campbell made a save and they all went, swoop.
Yeah. It's crazy. In Vegas, Las Vegas.
Yeah, and they're booing everyone. Everyone.
Tom Wilson especially.
Especially.
Yeah, but that was basically the second. Or we didn't even get to the goals, actually. Auston Matthews scored the first goal off of it should have been William Nylander's goal, but he tapped it in right on the line after Nylander. He kind of like moved his body and like I don't even know. He hit off his pants, kind of went in the net, and then he tried to tap it in, but Matthews got the last touch. Power play goal. And then Auston Matthews scored again with 20 seconds left. It was a great play. I was blown away by this. It was a set face-off. It was right. Was Matthews? What was that?
Blown away.
Oh.
Inside joking on the part of, I guess.
No, I get it. I get it. Matthews with a face-off win back to Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley to Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner back to Riley. Riley back to Matthews right in the slot. 1T. Yeah. Absolutely no chance for Freddie.
Nope. Yeah, that was a really sick goal. I mean, I thought it all started from that. Well, first of all, Riley moving down the wall really like with speed. It makes everyone kind of attracted to him. Like everyone kind of like moves towards him because he's so fast. Everyone kind of thinks he's like gonna go around, but yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I think the Carolina Hurricanes just didn't see it coming, and it was just executed perfectly. Like it couldn't have gone any better than that. So I don't know. I just had to bring that.
I mean, yeah, no, sorry, you're 100% right. Like that was kind of that was just a really well thought out play. Like it just everything worked. You never want Matthews in the slot like that. But when I texted you guys, Matthews had like 4 chances like midway through the third, and he kept shooting at Freddie's low left pad. He did it twice. I don't know if it ricocheted off somebody or he did it like 3 times. I don't know if it hit the defenseman, but I don't know if he knew something from practice, right? Because like they know each other so well. So Matthews, texted him before the game, watch that high glove side, and then he'd shoot low. I don't know, something like that to get in his head. But I don't know why. Because like think of the goal on John Gillies when he just ripped it, right? Like he just did the like classic toe drag rip high. Like I don't know if like Andersen knows that too well or something, and he wanted to change it up, but he had 2 golden opportunities breaking into the zone to do that, and then he just shot low. I don't know. I just don't really like. He'll do it sometimes, but we all know Auston Matthews for his like, I don't know, his top shelf kind of thing. So I don't know if you guys caught that too, or that was just me because I hate Freddie.
I definitely caught that. I mean, he had 7 shots on that tonight before he had to leave the game with a minute left. And I mean, 7 shots from Auston Matthews, they were pretty decent shots. Like you said, like in the slot, and just off the pad. But
Yeah.
I there might be something there that, Austin was like, oh, I'm going to try this. But
He definitely knows something we don't. Like, I'm sure they talk about it before the game. Like, remember how weak Freddie's, a low blocker was in practice. Like, let's kind of try to expose it or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think he just played a really solid game, Freddie, and you got to give it to him.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, there's definitely no friends on the ice. And even though they might be good buddies off the ice, on the ice, you have to use their weaknesses to their advantage. That's just how it is.
And that was a goaltending matchup for sure.
Oh, yeah. Even
Mrazek is playing great.
Mhm.
This
and
is
that
perfect.
is just what we needed. Because Campbell, he's good. It's his first year as a starting goalie. He's 30 years old. So, like, he's inexperienced as a starter. He needs someone to take all the pressure off of him. And Mrazek's doing it, so it's good.
Oh, and this was a no-brainer to put Mrazek in this game. I mean,
Yeah,
just have the
all-star.
two goalies go against each other.
Yeah.
I don't think this game would have felt the same at all if Jack Campbell was in the net.
Not even that. Campbell, like, you got to give Campbell a break kind of after the weekend too, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like
I mean, like, he's had, like, he's been on the ice. He hasn't been on a break.
Mm-hmm.
He's had to fly over to Vegas and whatever. So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine Campbell getting drunk.
he probably gets drunk. He gets drunk off ginger ale. What are you talking about?
That's a good one.
What?
Thank you.
Oh.
Welcome. Moving into the third period, not the start the Leafs wanted, obviously. Tony DeAngelo scores 8 seconds into the third period from Fost and Slavin.
Tony DeAngelo is such a joke, first of all. Should he even be in the NHL anymore? That's a whole nother conversation.
Well, if he's putting up a point per game as a defenseman, I don't see one team that wouldn't take him besides the Rangers.
If Evander Kane can, who can't?
Here's the thing, is that why would Dubas not take Tony DeAngelo on whatever he's making is low? Because he was claimed off, right? Wasn't he claimed or signed to a really low contract?
Yeah.
I swear he's in the 100K range, like hundreds of K. I don't think
I can double check that for you.
Sure,
but
double check it. But either way, I'm surprised Dubas didn't take a gander because, first of all, DeAngelo's on Sioux. He's a former Sioux Greyhound, and the Leafs were like looking for a defenseman. I think the Leafs have like such a clean image and they're such a big market that if you even like try to take a chance on someone who's maybe like, even. Right, like a little controversial. Like even when Matthews did he like mooned someone or whatever. Like that was a huge thing. But like imagine if like Line did it in like Columbus. It's like it's not as big a market, and no one would really care about it that much. People would be like, okay, that's hilarious, and make memes about it. But like since he did it, he's on the Leafs. It's a top 3 market in the NHL. It's top 2 market in the NHL. Right, everyone has a magnifying glass on the big markets, right? So that's why the Leafs never take chances on guys. Like for example, Evander Kane could help the Leafs on a $750,000 contract. He could 100% help out the Leafs, even on the second line, fourth line, even. But there's just no way they take a chance. So even a guy like DeAngelo, but.
Yeah,
I feel like DeAngelo could help any team out,
And just to correct you, because you were wrong, Felly, he makes $1 million.
He just retired.
Well,
this is Felly's last
hockey podcast. Is this the Nolan Hockey Podcast?
Oh my God, he's switching over.
Okay, I'm gonna make a trade design right now. Nolan Hockey Podcast for Michael Feldbloom.
You want Zach for me?
We'll trade 1 for 1 Zach for Felly.
Yeah.
Value's way off. You'd need to send over way more.
Yeah, Tony DeAngelo. Not the start the Leafs wanted in the third period. It's the start that happened, and it didn't get any better from there. Tony DeAngelo actually got the primary assist on Derek Stefan's goal. This one was a weird one. Kind of, they went to dump it in, and it like hit off like Hull's skate, hit off the boards. He didn't know where it was, and then they got a chance and scored. So at the time, I was kind of mad, but Hull did make some great defensive plays in the end of the game when it was tied. So he kind of made up for it. But yeah, that goal, whatever. This is the part after is what we really care about. 14 minutes into the third period, Mitch Marner scores a goal to tie the game and extend his goal streak to 8 goals. He has been unbelievable ever since
10 goals.
10 goals.
10 goals in 8 games.
Oh, right. But his goal streak is 8 games.
His
8 games, yeah.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
That hasn't been done since World War II.
Oh yeah, that's another stat. Yeah. Do you remember that stat exactly?
Yeah. A Maple Leaf has not done that. Has not had a goal streak that long since World War II.
What?
And just an 8-goal game streak.
Yeah, that's literally what Cuthbert said.
What?
Wow.
Matthews literally had one like last year.
An 8-goal game streak? Or an
8-game goal streak.
That's
Yeah,
what
last
Cuthbert
year,
said.
2021.
I thought the stat was there hasn't been any 2 players in the same season that got.
Oh, maybe it's
goal-
that
eight
then.
game goal
That would
streak.
make more sense.
That's what it is. And guys, World War II wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was, but like
Almost
you know,
100 years.
the 40s.
That's crazy.
World
That's
War II
almost
is
100 years.
World War II is still going on in the 40s. That's not, 80. Yeah, it actually is a long time ago.
Yeah, and I told you
That's
guys.
crazy. What the hell?
I told you guys to not pick him for Timmy's picks, so that he would score, and it worked. He scored 2
I wonder what
goals.
would happen if I picked him. He wouldn't have scored.
He wouldn't have scored.
No.
Well, we got Matthews anyway, so doesn't
So you
matter.
got 2 because one was me and one was Jude not picking him.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't have
Okay, there you
scored.
go.
He would have known.
You would have thrown something at us.
Yeah.
Marner from Liljegren. This was kind of a weird
Liljegren
play.
got the assist?
Yeah, he did, because it was
Nice.
kind of like
Oh, yeah,
I think it was
his slingshot.
Mikheyev, but
Oh, or
they
no.
they were gonna call it back because they thought it was a hand pass, but it was actually the
Yeah.
Carolina player that passed it to Liljegren. Liljegren
That's
shot
how
on net.
Matthews was mad.
Hmm?
See how mad he was?
Why was he mad?
Matthews. He got like hauled down there, and he was like fighting with whoever like
Yeah,
grabbed onto him.
yeah.
He was mad.
Hmm. Yeah, and then after that goal is when he actually got hauled down again, and then got kneed in the face, just like Tavares. Well, not just like, but
No. It was much less severe.
yeah.
Sure, he'll be fine. At worst, it'll be a couple of games. Maybe he has a concussion of some sort.
Hopefully
But-
not, but
Probably not. Right. Hopefully he just got kind of shocked or whatever.
yeah. And
Maybe a
then
little bit of whiplash or something.
and then moving on to the overtime, almost 3 minutes in, Marner seals the deal. It was a scramble in front, and he just shot it, and it went right in.
Earthquake.
Assists by Riley and Tavares. I think that was Riley's like 36th assist this season. He's leading all defensemen in assists. Let me just double check. Sorry, almost leading all defensemen, only
Elmakar?
behind Fox and Hedman,
Hmm.
but ahead of Nathan McKinnon and Kirill Kaprizov.
Wow.
Holy.
Morgan Riley.
Yeah, he had a very, very poor start to the season.
Well, don't worry, guys. We have him for 8 more years. So
8 mo.
a mo.
And yeah, that about wraps up the game there.
It does, yeah.
Tony DeAngelo, 3rd star of the game.
Second, first has to be Marner.
It was, yes.
Second, Matthews.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And did you guys have anything else?
If we play them, can we? Yeah, we can play them in the playoffs, right?
Technically, yes, but
Yep.
not till the second round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless the Leafs drop to a wild card or
Oh, yeah.
move up to first place and Carolina drops to a wild card.
That'll be the most unbelievable series ever.
Otherwise, it would be in the second round. It could be in the second round.
Yeah.
But right now, the Leafs are playing Tampa if the season ended today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, based off win percentage, they wouldn't.
It's not based off win percentage, though.
No, but if the season did happen to end right now, they'd go off win percentage. Like that's what the KHL did. They ended their season due to the Olympics, and they're just
I'm
going.
just saying. as the like standings sit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if the playoffs start, if this is how the season ends.
Yeah. Okay.
In 2 months, then the Leafs would be playing Tampa.
Okay. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be true.
But,
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. I was just saying that wouldn't be a horrible matchup. You just don't want to see Vasilevsky in the playoffs. I think that's it.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to play them in first or second round. So
I when I did the podcast by myself, that one day, I said that if the Leafs if the Leafs are going to lose to Florida in the first round, or because they're most likely going to play either Tampa or Florida in the first round.
Yeah,
if they're going to lose to them in the first round, they're not going to win the Stanley Cup anyway. So they're going to have to play them eventually.
Yeah, you got to play the best teams eventually. So it doesn't matter if it's the thing is, though, all I want to see the Leafs do this year is win a round.
Yep.
That's it.
That would satisfy us.
One round would satisfy me. Obviously, if they won 2, it would be amazing. 3 would be unreal. 4, like if they won a Stanley Cup, you'd just be, oh my, like I can't even find words to like that would be able to describe that.
I just cry.
But I would cry. But one round would be so nice. That's it. That's all I ask. You know,
it would be.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully our little hat thing worked for Auston Matthews. Hopefully we see him in the next game. This has been the Buds in the Box podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, go check out our sponsors down below. Use code BUDS20 at manscaped.com and at thepeoplescup.ca. This has been the Buds in the Box. Leafs win 4-3 in overtime. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.